morning, beautiful people. Hope you are all doing super well on this beautiful Saturday morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in to what is the very first live stream here on the Drumming Barista YouTube channel. We're just going to begin by saying a good morning to you all. I hope you're all doing super well. It is a fantastically beautiful day here in Christchurch. It is pretty cold though, not gonna lie. But I hope you're all doing super well. Let me know in the chat that you guys are watching. Say hi, drop an emoji, drop a hi in the chat. Also, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I've got everything set up as I usually would for my typical live streams that I've been doing over the last few months. But yeah, good morning. Hello, everybody. For those of you that are watching that are here already with me, good morning. Hello, nice to have you here. Hope you're all doing super well. Hope your mug is full of some delicious coffee this morning. And yeah, we're here. I'm hanging out with you guys, and I'm very happy to be here with you all. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. As I've already said, welcome to the very first live stream here on the Drumming Barista YouTube channel. And I hope we're going to have some fun today. So this screen that you're seeing right here is a just chatting screen. So the little black box on the other side of the screen, left, right hand side, my cameras are mirrored of course, will be where your chats will come up when we're in this screen together talking. But yeah, here we are. We're enjoying it. We're getting into it. I've got a couple of screens and computers going. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys, where you're watching from, what coffee you're drinking this morning, and also what the audio quality sounds like, because I want to make sure I'm coming through loud and clear to you all before we jump into this awesome live stream. I also think there was probably a bit of a double vocal there. Sorry, I just realized what that is. Is this better? So, here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all doing super well. I was a couple of minutes, well, not a couple of minutes late. I said I would start the stream at 9, and I suppose here I am. But yes, I hope everyone is doing super well. Today, my friends, is a pretty special day. I am actually, excuse me, I'm actually brewing up a delicious coffee from my friends at Coffee Tech. Oh, wow, that sun is beaming through. Here you go. I'll pop it here for you guys. But the coffee that I'm drinking today is the Panama Santa Maria. It is a geisha coffee. It is a washed process as well. And yeah, I haven't actually opened this yet. So this will be the first time that I've opened this bag of coffee. It is a 100-gram bag of coffee. My very good friends at Coffee Tech, the sun is blazing through the webcam. I'll switch to my better camera in the next scene. But my good friends at Coffee Tech sent me this bag of coffee in a order, or one of my recent orders that I placed. So yeah, here we are. We're going to be drinking this delicious bag of coffee. So shout out to my good friends at Coffee Tech for gifting me this bag of coffee and for allowing me to showcase it. Now, my good friends at Coffee Tech, I didn't talk to them about the fact that I'm doing this live stream, so they don't know that I'm doing this live stream, except for the post that I put up on my Instagram last night. So that's how they know. But yeah, so they didn't ask me to create this live stream. They didn't ask me to talk about this coffee on the live stream. I am just looking at a few different content ideas and a few different ways to bring some extra content to you all. So yeah, I'm doing a live stream of it. Excuse me, and I thought to myself, what an awesome way to showcase it to you guys. So without any further ado, because I know there's a couple of you in here watching with me, let's jump straight into the brew. I'll flick you over to my other camera. I've already boiled my kettle, but I'm actually going to have to boil it again because it's probably a little bit far. It's probably been off of the boil a little bit too long now, so it's probably a little bit cooler than what I would like. But in the meantime, as I step on over to reboil my kettle, make yourselves known in the chat. I'd love to know where you're watching from, love to know who you are, what coffee you're drinking this weekend, and or what coffee you've got coming up. And yeah, for those of you that are new here, that are maybe watching here on the live stream with me right now, and also later on when the live stream is over, I am Sean, aka the Drumming Barista, and I am your host right here on the Drumming Barista on live streams that we'll be doing a little more frequently because I'm looking at some new content ideas and new content ways. And live streaming is super easy for me at the moment because I've got a really cool setup that is able to do some good live streams. But I'm gonna go boil my kettle. So yeah, make yourself known in the chat. I'd love to connect with you all. And also, if you have any questions about any of the about the coffee that I'm brewing today, then of course please drop them in the chat. And yeah, I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you have any other questions about any of the gear that you see on my bench as well, when we flick over in a minute, then I'd love to answer those questions for you as well. But thanks for being here. Make yourself known in the chat, and I'll be back in just a second. Stuff. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing super well. My kettle is just about to finish boiling. As mentioned, I had it boiled earlier, so I'm just reboiling it again. But let me shift you guys over to my next scene so that you are able to come on board and see what is going on over here on my coffee bench. So let me pop this bag of coffee over here, and hopefully you guys can see that. And today, my friends, I'm going to be using my Aurea dripper today, which is my all-time favorite coffee dripper. I'm using the Kalita Wave 185 paper filters, I believe. I believe it's the 185 paper filters. Um, so yeah, just the usual Kalita flat bottom paper filters, which is super cool. And there's a little tip that I'm going to share with you guys here. So a while ago, I was watching a Instagram video, and I can't remember what it was from. I think it was from one of the many brewers cups that, of course, happen around the world. But I saw a video from someone who I'm not sure if they won the competition or if they came maybe in like a top three position or something like that. But they were talking about how they rinse their paper filters for like a couple of minutes, or like they let the paper filter sit and breathe. And I was like, I don't know if that's just maybe a bit of a trend. I'm doing 120 grams of water there to rinse my paper filter. I was like, I don't know if it's a bit of a trend, but I wanted to try it out. And I have to say, it definitely seems like it makes the coffee taste a little bit cleaner. It makes it seem a little bit cleaner as well. Of course, you rinse the paper filter to get rid of the paper taste. And so the idea uh, that this particular person who was competing said that it was to do with the fact that they wanted to get rid of as much paper taste as possible. So the way to do that was to do a long rinse of the paper filter. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. So I did. I've been playing around with it for the past few months, and I have to say, as I've already mentioned, my coffees do taste a lot cleaner and they taste a lot brighter as well. You get a lot more of that paper taste has left the paper filter. And of course, yeah, it doesn't then get itself into your brewed coffee in the end. Because if you don't rinse your paper filter, this is a common mistake that a lot of people make. If you don't rinse your paper filter, then you do get that paper taste in the end brew of your coffee. And when you're drinking a delicious coffee like this washed geisha here from Panama, you're just going to essentially ruin it. So yeah. Anyway, that's the reasoning behind that. Whilst that is rinsing, I'm going to grind my coffee here. So I'm going in today's brew. So this is the very first brew of this particular coffee that I've had. So I'm going to go just with a nice and easy Saturday morning recipe, which is 15 grams of coffee to 250 grams of water. So I suppose just the usual recipe that everyone uses when it comes to filter. We'll skip it a sniff. Yum. And just for a bit of insight, so this coffee was roasted on the 14th of June. And so today is, at the time of recording this live stream, it is the 3rd of August. So it's had a nice amount of time to breathe, nice bit of time to rest, like just over a month, maybe a month and a half. So as mentioned, I'm going in with 15 grams and 15.5 there. Let's take one little bean out. So I'm 15.5 grams. I'm using my DF64 coffee grinder once again. To those of you that have been following me for a while and have been following me here on YouTube, big shout out to my friends at Coffee Tech for gifting me so far the DF64 grinder. Now, disclaimer, this may get a little bit loud, but I will pull the volume level down on the audio mixer for you before I start grinding. But once again, big shout out to my friends at Coffee Tech for allowing me to use this DF64 grinder for the time being. I'm just going to turn you guys down just a touch here so that the grinding level isn't super loud for you all. This is, of course, you've got the bellow, and it comes with the grinder to help you blow out all of the coffee grinds. It does make a little bit of a mess. There's quite a decent bit of static in that particular coffee this morning. A lot more than usual, that's for sure. Just turn you guys back up here on the audio level. Now, there's a decent little bit of static there, and I know some of you are probably thinking, why are you holding the dosing cup underneath the spout? And the reason for that is because of the fact that there is a decent bit of static in the grinder when I go to grind for filter coffee. And so for those of you wondering, I ground that on a grind size 50 on the dial, which is on top here. You guys won't be able to see it there on the live stream because I've got my camera set up in a different position. But I was on grind size 50 for those of you wondering. And we're now ready to go with brewing the coffee. So my kettle has now been off the boil for just under 5 minutes, which I actually quite enjoy. It's a new recipe that I've actually been playing around with. Well, a new parameter, I should say, that I've been playing around with. And that parameter is, sorry, before I get carried away with something else, that parameter is letting my kettle, sorry, be 5 minutes off the boil. I find that that gives me a really nice brew, really nice temperature of water to be using for the brew as well. And yeah, I also find that that helps to bring out quite a nice amount of sweetness. Good morning, guys. Just once again, before I jump in, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all doing super well. Welcome to the very first live stream here on the Drumming Barista YouTube channel. Today I am brewing, for those of you that are joined in halfway through, I'm brewing a delicious geisha from Panama that was roasted by my good friends at Coffee Tech. You can see it right here in the corner of your screen and also down here in the bottom of your screen as well. It's quite hard to do looking at my screen when it's mirrored. So yeah, all the information is down there. A little bit of information in the description, but it is a washed geisha coffee from Panama, roasted by my good friends at Coffee Tech. Awesome coffee, smells absolutely delicious, and we're going to go in and brew this straight away. So the recipe is 15 grams of coffee to 250 grams of water. This is the first time I've brewed this coffee. So when I brew a coffee for the first time, I like to keep the recipe nice and simple, just so I can have a bit of a base recipe to play with. It also allows me to get a good understanding of that coffee as well. So with 60-gram bloom, give that a nice swirl. Oh man, wow, that smells absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. Very sweet and floral. Now, I haven't looked to give me a good understanding of coming straight into this coffee. I haven't looked at the flavor notes online. I tried to keep myself at a level playing field the whole way through because I wanted to see what I could personally bring out of the coffee through this live stream to give you a good understanding of how I deal and how I think about my coffees. Just going to take a sip of water. So for those of you there on the stream, you would have heard the little beep. That's the 1 minute timer. So my scale will beep at every 1 minute, which is really helpful. I know some people don't particularly like beeps on scales and noises on scales, but I quite like it because it helps me to understand where I am at the brewing process. I'm sometimes a bit scatty every now and then. And so right there, that was a 90-gram bloom. Sorry, not a bloom, a 90-gram pour that took me to 150 grams. Let me just see if I can get a bit more of a zoom in here for you guys. Woo. In just a second, guys, I'm just going to tilt you down just so that you can have a little bit of a closer look here at the coffee. So yeah, as I said, that was a 90-gram pour. Took me to 150 grams. I'm at 2 minutes now. There's my beep, and I'm going to go to 250 grams. I'm focusing this pour in the center of the brewer because in that last pour, I focused a decent little bit on the outside of the brewer. So I'd like to now focus for the end part of the pours that I do here to the center of the brewer. So there you go, we're at 250 grams of water there for the brew. Give this another swirl just to make sure it is still nicely saturating the whole of the coffee bed there, and it smells. The aroma coming from this coffee whilst I'm brewing is absolutely fantastic. It's very sweet, it's very floral. It's kind of what you would come to expect from a coffee. Just absolutely delicious. Yeah, very floral, very sweet. There's like a nice kind of candied mango smell coming on, bit of a nice pineapple scent coming out there as well. It's crazy because it's a washed coffee, but it almost smells like it should be a natural coffee with the characteristics that are coming out. Once again, hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. If you're enjoying the brewing process, I hope the audio is sounding great. I hope the video is also sounding great. For those of you who are here with me, drop a little message in the chat. I'd love to know you're here with me. Love to know where you're watching from. Say hi. And I'd love to interact with you. If you guys have any questions at all about anything, then this is a really good time now to drop them into the chat so that I can answer those questions for you whilst we're here on the live stream together. But thank you for joining in. Hope you're all doing super well. My brew has now finished. So from the corner of my eye there, it looked like it finished maybe 3 minutes 30. So once again, I like to do 15 grams of coffee, 250 grams of water at about a 3 minute 30 brew time, maybe 4 minute brew time as well. So yeah, really happy with that brew actually. And it smells absolutely delicious, which I've said a couple of times already. And so I'm just going to, excuse me, do last stage here. I like to just give this a little tap just to make sure I knock all of the water out because sometimes with a flat bottom dripper, we do find that right down there at the bottom, water does sit there a little bit and does kind of hold itself there a little bit as well. So, but then I will flick it off into there, pop this over onto the side there, get rid of the scale. Smells delicious. I'm actually going to zoom you guys back out so that you guys can get a bit of a better view. Yeah, smells absolutely delicious. And what I also love to do, especially when I'm brewing a coffee for the very first time, is I love to get my flavor wheel, which if you guys don't have one of these, I definitely recommend that you get yourself a flavor wheel. Now you can download free ones from the internet. Coffee Tech here. This is another Coffee Tech product. I know this. I talk about Coffee Tech quite a lot, but the guys are huge supporters of the channel of the Drumming Barista here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. But they just so happened to send me this as a gift in one of my orders, probably a couple of years ago now, actually, and it's been really helpful. So I hugely recommend getting a flavor wheel. You guys don't have one. For those of you who don't know what it is, a flavor wheel is a really useful tool that allows you to think about what it is that you're drinking and then have a reference point to talk about what it is that you are smelling and or tasting within the cup of coffee and the brewed coffee that you have. This is also perfect. This can work perfectly for filter and espresso, so no need to worry there. But I definitely recommend getting one of those. So this helps me because I use it a lot to be able to just kind of understand what it is I'm tasting, what it is I'm understanding from the coffee, and what I'm actually getting out of the coffee as well. So awesome tool there. Definitely recommend getting yourself a flavor wheel. For those of you that want to know where you can get one from, drop a comment in the chat and or drop a comment on the video after this has gone live, and I can link you to a flavor wheel that you can get for free on Google and some other great online resources there, pal. Here we go. I just realised my scale's still going. I'm going to turn that off real quick because otherwise it's going to go crazy and do a couple of things and beats. Awesome. Yeah, that coffee smells delicious. Of course, this is the very first time that I brewed this coffee, so I'm going in blind. I don't 100% know what this coffee is now going to give me as it's brewed. I don't know 100% know what my flavor notes are, but I'm going in blind. It smells delicious, very sweet, very floral, and I'm going to bring you guys back over to this screen here on the live stream. Welcome back to the Just Chatting screen. And yeah, I'm going to come over here, say cheers. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I'm going to have a couple of little sips here and talk you through this coffee just a little bit more. But as mentioned, if you guys have any questions about the brewing process, about the coffee itself, then please drop them in the chat. Your chat will appear here on the screen, so it's pretty cool for you guys to see that you have a little shout out. And yeah, but anyway, happy weekend, happy Saturday from New Zealand. I hope you guys are all doing super well. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy. I'm just going to turn my computer so that it's not as harsh of a light there. But yeah, cheers. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing super well. I hope you've got some awesome plans for the weekend. And thanks for hanging out with me this morning. But as I said, drop some love in the chat if you're here watching. And yeah, let me know if you've got any questions about the brew. Okay. Okay. So it's a little bit more, it's more complex than I thought it was going to be, which is a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be as complex as it is. It's a very nice surprise actually, because it smelt very sweet and floral when I was brewing the coffee, but then after brewing it and now drinking it, it's definitely a lot more complex. A lot more of those floral notes are coming through. There's a really nice dark chocolate note in there as well. Quite a little bit drying on the palate, but I don't mind that too much actually. Yeah, very dry in there. Dark chocolate, cocoa powder. It may also be a little bit of aging, but I know, particularly in my experience with Panama coffees, they do age. They do age quite differently. So yeah, it's always interesting to see what they're going to be like when they have been aged, for, especially over a month. I'm happy with the grind size. I think it brewed the speed of brewing, the length of the brew as well. It looked very cool and seemed like it was a good amount of time. Mm. Yeah, that's a really nice coffee. It's a very nice coffee actually. Enjoying that quite a lot. It's yeah, definitely as I said, the sweetness and the floral side that I was getting during the beginning of the brew stage there, uh, was definitely there's definitely a lot more in the aroma, and it is kind of not it's not there as much in the final brew in the coffee that's in the cup here, but yeah, delicious. Still got a little bit of a sweetness to it. Not a huge amount of sweetness, but the sweetness that is there is very nice though, and I'm really enjoying it. There's like a mango flavor that's coming through now as it sits on the palate just a bit more, and I think that's the beautiful thing with a Panama coffee. A lot of people get so excited about how delicious the coffees are that they just drink them really quickly, but they don't actually think to themselves, I'm going to let it sit on my palate for an extra period of time and let it morph just a little bit more, and let it really sit into itself a little bit more as well. So yeah, delicious. Really, really nice actually. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, so there's that tropical fruits that I knew would be coming through as it's now sat a bit more and as it's now morphed a little bit more on the palate. It is now morphing into those nice, deeper mango, tropical, fruity flavors that you come to expect from a delicious coffee from Panama. Mm. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy that I opened this today. And it's a wash process coffee too. So I don't tend to drink a lot of wash process coffees. I tend to stick to natural, like really funky, wild coffees because that's more of my vibe. That's more of what I enjoy to drink. But I know washed coffees are having a really good time at the moment, making a bit of, well, not making a comeback because they've never gone away, obviously, but they're definitely making themselves known within the coffee world a bit more, around people who enjoy natural coffee who are now coming over to wash coffees just like myself. So but yeah, cheers everyone. Hey, as I finish this, if you're here, you've got any questions at all about the coffee, about the Drumming Barista, about anything in coffee, if you've got anything that you need some help with, drop it in the chat right here if you are watching. And you've got me on loudspeaker and you can hear what I'm saying because I know quite a few people watch the live stream and maybe have it a little bit quieter. But if you are here, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, what it is you're drinking. If you have any questions at all, whilst I finish off this little brew here, drop them in the chat. I'd love to answer those questions for you. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Christchurch. The rest of my day is going to be quite chill, to be fair, which is nice. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to chilling out, looking forward to getting outside in the beautiful sunshine today. But I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining in with me. If you've got any questions that you'd like to ask about the coffee that I'm drinking, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. So I'm a little bit off your screen at the moment because I'm just trying to move this computer a little bit over here. I've got two computers running for monitors. But yeah, cheers guys. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. I hope you've all had a fantastic week this week. And yeah, can't wait to bring some more live streams to you guys, and I hope I'll have some more nice coffees to bring. I'd also love to, for those of you that will be watching this live now with me and also watching afterwards, I would love to let you know about something that I would love to introduce here to the channel and the live stream. So in the screen that I'm standing in right now, this box right here you can see says support me. This leads you to the Buy Me a Coffee page. Now, I'm not using this to try and monetize the YouTube page hugely. Of course, if that happens, awesome. If we get to that point, that would be fantastic. But what I would actually love to do is I'd love to open the floor with this Buy Me a Coffee platform where you guys can essentially treat me to a coffee. Now, I know that might sound a little bit cheeky, but what I'd love to do with that is be able to gain an understanding more of what coffees you guys like to drink because I understand my palate is probably different to yours. You may enjoy slightly different coffees to what I like to enjoy, and or if there is a particular coffee that you've been drinking for a while that you are maybe struggling with, at home, be it on espresso, be it on filter coffee, or if there's any types of milks that you are using that you're struggling with on terms of how to steam them properly, then what I'd love to do is open the floor through Buy Me a Coffee for you to, if you're comfortable and if you're able to, drop a little financial gift into there. And what I will do, I will go out and buy that bag of coffee or that milk or that coffee piece of equipment that might come a little bit later on down the line because coffee equipment is expensive. But I'd love to be able to buy that particular thing that you're talking about, work with it, bring it onto a live stream for you to watch and for me to give you some insight into it, which allows me to understand your coffee journey a little bit more as well. So I hope that's okay. I wanted to make that known. That's what I'd love to do. I'm all about building community, sharing knowledge, and being here to make your coffee journey even better and even easier than it is. But anyway, guys, this has been super fun. I've opened up the opportunity there in the chat to ask me some questions. I know that the chat is a little bit quieter because there's only a handful of people watching. So thank you so much for watching. I will finish this little glass of coffee here and then I'll call it a day here on the live stream. These live streams are going to be nice and short, probably like half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe to an hour long. But in the meantime, for those of you that are watching, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. That helps the stream grow, also helps the channel grow, and also lets YouTube know that this is a really cool live stream and also a really cool channel to come to learn about coffee, to enjoy coffee in a safe and approachable manner. So thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to finish this coffee, open up the opportunity in the chat to ask me some questions about it. But once I finish this coffee, I'll call it a day and I'm going to crack on with my weekend. And yeah, wish you guys a very good weekend. Mm. It's a, it's a really good coffee. Like it's a really, really, really nice coffee. It's delicious. I will drop a link to this coffee. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if Coffee Tech is still selling it, I'll drop a link to this coffee in the description once this live has finished. So that for you guys who are keen to get your hands on this coffee, then you can enjoy it as well in the same way that I have. But I'll link it down in the description below. Once again, thank you heaps for tuning in with me this morning, for spending a good half an hour to 40 minutes of your Saturday morning with me. I hope that the weather, wherever you are in the world, is beautiful, is nice and sunny. I hope that your day is awesome. I hope that your weekend is also going to be fantastic. I hope it's filled with great coffee, good conversations with great friends and great people. And as I said, be sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I will be looking at maybe doing a live stream maybe once a month. We'll see how this goes. This is a great little opportunity for me to connect with you guys. Nice and easy for me to set it up. But yeah, see how it goes. Maybe do a live stream once a month as I continue to bring some more content for you guys. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I've been Sean, your host here on the Drumming Barista. I've been drinking the Panama Santa Maria washed geisha single origin, roasted by my good friends at Coffee Tech. I will link the coffee down in the description. So if you guys are keen, go check it out. And also, they've got an awesome deal going at the moment, which you can also find through other videos on my channel. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next live stream, which will be at some point. I'm not 100% sure, so make sure to be subscribed to the channel so that you get notified of the next live stream. But thanks heaps. Drink awesome coffee this weekend. Be safe. Show some love to someone around you, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Cheers, guys.